Just a few days ago, we have helped Mexican and Indian clients legally bank $7 and $8-figure million in crypto at a pure 0% tax rate. As we all know, when dealing with large sums, everything must be right. Because if something goes wrong, the tax authority can absolutely crush you and claim the corresponding percentage of those crypto assets. That's why today I'm going to explain in detail how it must be done so you have a clear idea of the process. $8-figure million in crypto at a pure 0% tax rate. As always, this is just an informational video, this is not legal or tax advice. Since I don't know your personal case, I can't say whether this will work for you. Always consult with experts. If you need help, feel free to fill out the form in the description. First of all, we must consider that if we are tax residents in a tax-held country, we are required to declare, report, and pay taxes on our crypto gains. Many people try to go around this by creating companies in tax havens under their own name or using nominees, but this is a very risky strategy. If the tax authorities catches on and audit you, it could destroy you. A lot of people set up companies in Panama, the Cayman Islands, or LLCs in the US, but this is short-term thinking. If you make one mistake, they will have clues to go after you. The ideal strategy is to become a non-resident and have no tax obligations in your previous country. To be a non-resident, we need to notify the authority of our change in status and obtain a certificate of tax residency from another country. Usually, the countries tax you if you have stayed at least 183 days in a natural year or 2 years mixed, or if you have some center of interest in the country as wealth, family like children or wife. Once we are no longer tax residents there, we move on to the crypto banking process. Many people open accounts on exchanges, but I don't recommend that. When we are talking about billions in crypto to fiat conversion, exchanges become very limited. The best way is to go through a licensed OTC desk that performs proper KYC and allows you to move the funds to a bank account and with legal justification. A common mistake is transferring the funds to a local bank account from your previous country. That would create an economic center of interest, and if your setup isn't bulletproof, you could still be taxed there, despite being a declared non-resident. I know this is basic info, but some people still make it. That's why we open bank accounts in Switzerland, Panama, Luxembourg, the US, the UAE, UK, or even Liechtenstein. This way, the money can be used however you want, whether it's to purchase US bonds, buy real estate in Miami, invest in a new business, or simply use for day-to-day expenses. It doesn't matter. Once the money is legally taxed and banked, you are free to use it without issues. Of course, the OTC fee and bank account opening costs will be far lower than the taxes you would have to pay in our country. For instance, if you have $5 million in crypto and want to legalize it in Mexico or India, as our clients, you would have to pay a fortune, maybe $1 million or more. In contrast with this structure, you save that million. Unfortunately, there are several critical points to address before setting up any strategy. First, that the tax authority officially recognizes you as a non-resident under its domestic laws, whether that's based on number of days, central or interests, economic interest, or permanent home. Once that's settled, the next issue is bank accounts that accept crypto funds. If you have had experience banking crypto, you know that many banks reject crypto-related income. In fact, this same client, before coming to us, was with his personal assistant at Chase, and the assistant told him to not have the crypto funds come directly to Chase. Instead, he recommended that they arrive from another bank as an intermediary. That advice came directly from a Chase assistant. That's so you get an idea. So the magic lies in working with trusted firms that lower, first of all, a low-fee OTC desk. Second, banking connections that open accounts in your name or in your company's name at 0%. And most importantly, the third, legal strategies to disconnect you from obligations in your previous country. If this is your case and you're interested in banking millions of dollars in cryptocurrencies, I invite you to fill out the form in the description, tell us about your situation, and we will call you free of charge, or even meet in person if needed. We are still on it. All the best.